we had this dude, Ezekiel, that worked with us, and he started making me feel comfortable. He was a national, foreign national. He was one of our guys that worked with us. You know, he would tell us shit
from Iraq.
From Iraq, yeah. And so he would work with us. He would get all our contracting shit for.
Can you trust those dudes?
At first, I didn't. I'm glad you brought that up. At first, I was like, bro, fuck this fool. He went to shake my hand. I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro, because I was told don't shake their hand because they wipe their ass with their hands.
Do they?
Which is true. Yeah, they do. They do. Bro. They don't use toilet paper, bro.
So K9, you're not the only one that does that,
yeah.
sir.
Hey, when they go to the restroom, they have a little water bottle and they fucking get their hand and they fucking.
That's fucking disgusting, dog.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate when I wipe my ass after a nasty shit and I get a little shit on my hand, dog. I'm just like, fuck, dog. It's a fucking nasty shit, dog. I mean, and to just do that and like intentionally to really like, I ain't got no bro, that's nasty, bro.
Yeah, and it's funny because
that is not dirt underneath your fingernails, sir.
So we're there, and Ezekiel's like, wants to shake my hand, homie. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna shake this fool's hand, bro. He's probably got shit all over his hand. And I honestly, I was still kind of on that media shit where I didn't trust him. You know, media told me that fucking these fools hate us. They want us dead. You know, they're the ones that fucking hit September, you know, the towers. You know, fuck them. You know what I mean? But as I went through, dude, this guy used to bring me fucking bread. His wife used to cook me food, and I wouldn't eat it, and I'd leave it there, bro.
What kind of food was it?
It was rice and chicken, and it had grapes in it. You wouldn't think it was good, bro. That shit was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it sounds like Chinese food or something.
It fucking bomb, dog.
Sweet.
And then the bread
Spices.
that they would have is kind of like a pizza bread.
Yeah.
You know, like it's kind of like they don't use spoons. They use like a big ass fucking piece of bread, like a tortilla.
Like a pita bread.
Yeah, but it's thinner and it's like more like a pizza, like a pizza bread or something.
Like a dough or something.
Yeah,
like
it's fucking big and you just eat it like that, you know.
Yeah.
But this fool used to bring me food, and I would put it to the side, and I would never eat it.
Why would he bring you food? Was he bringing everybody food or just you food?
Because I work with him directly.
Got you.
I was a guy that was in charge of watching him. Whenever he was doing business on base, I was the guy that was in charge of watching him.
Okay, you were his handler almost.
Yeah. So I'd be with the weapon with him, and we'd go, and he was somebody because he would bring in the people, and he'd bring in the contractors on the base, and then we would fucking, you know, but I'd watch him. And I'd have to take him to all these different locations to fucking talk to these different people. And he was actually my interpreter, too, for all the other guys. So me and him, his name was Ezekiel. We established a great relationship, bro, like a good relationship.
Trust.
We talked about life. Yeah, I trusted him, man.
How did you, when was the point in time when you realized, instead, at first you said you wouldn't even shake his hand. For one thing, he'd wipe his ass with his hand.
Yeah, that's right.
But for another thing, just what, like you said, what media planted in our minds, right? All of our minds. You know what I mean? You know, what was the point of time when you said, "Hey, you know what? I trust you. You're my brother. I'm your brother." Like,
I think whenever we would go to the front and he would get his workers, he would chew their fucking ass for shit. If they moved a certain way without us telling them to move that way, he will fucking get on their ass before we even say anything.
Let's go, baby.
You know what I mean?
Let's go.
So,
showing you respect.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. If they wanted to go get in their truck without us telling them to get in their truck, and we're like, hey, we wouldn't have to say nothing. He'd be like, he'd get in their fucking faces and talk shit to them.
Because every move they make on that side, bro, it could potentially be a threat.
Exactly.
To you.
So
your livelihood.
So one day, Ezekiel didn't show up to work. So we're like, bro, where the fuck is this fool's on work? I mean, this is like 5 months into it. And we're like, bro, where the fuck is Ezekiel at? You know? And this fool was known, you know, like he was a good dude. And we're like, man, I'm just thinking to myself, like, man, maybe because he would tell me when he'd come in, hey, I'm sorry, I'm late. You know, they were shooting at me. I'm just like, sometimes I'd be like, maybe this fool's lying, dog, or some shit. You know, he was just running late. Well, he didn't come in for like 2 weeks. And we're like, damn, where this fool at? I started thinking like, man, maybe they did shoot that motherfucker. So I was at the gate where, like, the main gate, you know, where we search all the vehicles and shit like that. And then they're like, hey, Ezekiel's here. I heard, because I was working with the army at that gate. And I was like, Ezekiel's here. I was like, oh shit, that's my guy. I was excited to see him. I said, bro, where's Ezekiel? There's a fucking fat ass motherfucker right there, dude. Middle Eastern dude that was sitting right there. I said, bro, that's not fucking Ezekiel. And they're like, so I went up to him. I said, "Hey, bro, who are you?" Oh, and he gave me his little fucking thing, dog, his little pass to get on. I said, "Yeah, oh yeah, okay, I know who you are." I said, "Hold on real quick right here." I said, "Bro, that's not fucking Ezekiel, homie." That dude was trying to come on the base. They ended up taking him to another spot where they fucking interviewed him and fucking did his shit. But they came back and told us that Ezekiel's dead. They fucking killed his ass.
Wow, dog.
You know what I mean? So
and that dude was trying to infiltrate the fucking
he was trying to get on there.
Yeah.
And they do little shit like when they go, they want to count because they shoot mortars. They want to count, so you have to watch them because they'll do steps to different things. They know where the commander's at, and you'll watch them because they'll do steps, so they can go back and tell their people
how many steps
it is, so they'll know how many feet from the last mortar was to adjust fire. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So, but anyways, so that was just one incident of me fucking in Iraq.